a lot of these same people, they show up to the same protests. I'm from both sides, so I actually recognize a lot of these people from both sides. That's interesting. What's up?
Well, many other countries that are Muslim are not put on that list.
Anyone recognize this person? That was the one who got arrested for the sign.
And I got arrested for carrying a cardboard sign like this.
I was gonna say, I think you looked kind of familiar.
Yes, I'm that one.
That Indian guy right there, he was at the Milo protest.
Nazi scum off our street. Nazi scum.
And then this guy, if you remember him, he was from the Milo Part 2 video.
I'm standing up for free speech, standing against the radical left that has come out to silence free speech across this country.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? All right, so I was originally going to make a different kind of video. I was going to do a video kind of reviewing the Sanctuary City protest. But recently, events took a little bit of a turn. Antifa decided to target me. So I was filming the video for today. I was going to do the whole review of what happened at the protest and explain everything that was going on. But then I got this tweet. So Berkeley Antifa decided to post a little image claiming that the people in the picture, I guess, were Nazis or marching with Nazis, and among them was me, right in the center. Hi. All right, just a little update. In the time that I was filming and doing my editing process for this video, Antifa decided to tweet me again, and this is what they said. Now, notice how they don't actually say what I said when I grabbed that megaphone. Notice how they didn't include that. Maybe because I didn't say anything political or partisan. The video that they actually got that screen grab from included the context of that. So they could have put that in there, but they decided to be blatantly dishonest about it.
Liberalism is the virus on this planet.
Invest in Bitcoin, please.
All I said was, invest in Bitcoin, please. You know, just like as a funny thing to say on the megaphone. No political message, no nothing. You know, I just like talking on megaphones or whatever, but they think I'm somehow associated with Nazis. Interesting. I really want to talk to the people who manage this page. I'd love to do an interview with them anytime they want. No problem. Let's do an interview. You know, let's get the message across. The whole idea of Antifa is to get out a message and gain popular support, which I would hope is what they're trying to do. I hope they want popular support so they can, you know, that's the only way you can fight racism, bigotry, right? Is to get popular support. If you have the populace against you, then that's kind of counterproductive, right? If you're trying to, you know, achieve your goals. So I'm totally down to talk to them. I'd love to get their side on things, but for some reason they think because I cover an event, because I simply live stream, I didn't say anything, I didn't speak at the event. I wasn't, you know, doing any chants or anything. I was just, you know, talking to people on both sides, trying to do sort of interviews, but the audio quality was getting kind of bad, so I just ended up just live streaming the whole thing. But yeah, how does that make me associated with one side or the other, and how does that make me a Nazi, et cetera, et cetera? So it's not good PR when you just start going around calling everybody a Nazi. You know, once everyone's a Nazi, then no one's a Nazi. And then when the real Nazis come, no one's going to believe you when you actually shout Nazi. It's like the boy who cried wolf. You're really doing a disservice to protecting, you know, actually marginalized communities, because those people are going to be the ones who suffer when actual extremism, actual problems come their way, and no one's going to take you seriously when you start calling a group with a bunch of Asians, Hispanics, and blacks Nazis. So getting back to the event, it was actually a really interesting event. I was excited to go there. Because finally we had both sides at an event. In my previous videos, we kind of only had one side being represented, and you know, I really want to get both sides in there, or you know, maybe get some more right-wing sort of interviews going, because there's not a lot of those events. So I was really excited for this. You know, I was just seeing all this sort of crazy stuff. I was seeing this whole line of police separating the two groups, and then you just had people on either side basically just shouting at each other. No real conversation, no real dialogue. And then you had a moment where something was going on, and then the police just ran to go confront the situation. And then this guy with a skateboard starts running away from the scene, because I guess he assaulted someone with a skateboard, and then this guy saw that he was trying to run away and just boom, kind of hit him to stop him. And then the police grabbed him and, you know, sat him down. And then there was another portion of the protest where the anti-sanctuary city side was singing the national anthem, and then during the process, the pro-sanctuary side was, you know, flipping people off. Granted, of course, it wasn't everyone, but you know, it seemed to be like the Antifa folks with the masks and everything, who were covering their faces, who were doing the flipping off and all that. Then there was also a point where I heard this woman say something about how minorities can't be racist.
How do you know? You don't know me, buddy.
So she's saying no minority can be a racist.
So I decided, I was like, yo, I want to talk to her. I want to figure out why she thinks this way, and let's have a dialogue. And I go up to her asking if she wants to do an interview. And then I get a response of, oh, he's one of those live streamers, don't bother with him. And then when I just explain, I'm like, no, I'm not part of any side here. I'm just trying to talk to people and understand where they're coming from. Then they just put the megaphone in my face.
All right, I'll try. Let me see what I can do. Are you willing to talk to the live stream people? No? Why are you against live streamers? Are you gonna... I'm honestly just trying to talk to people. Nobody wants to talk anyway, guys.
And started playing loud blaring music or whatever. So that was pretty unfortunate. Then the march started. They started walking towards the pier where Kate Steinle was shot, and during the march, you had you obviously had the anti-sanctuary city people doing the actual march, and then on the sides, on the sidewalk, you had the Antifa people, or the pro-sanctuary side, kind of following the group and basically saying a bunch of things like, go home Nazi, go home. Just all kinds of things like that. And then there was another point where another guy decided to assault someone, and then he was arrested. It was also another person from the pro-sanctuary side. And after they arrested him, this dude had a tactical vest or some sort of plate carrier on underneath his shirt, so it looked like he came to fight. And he prepared himself for that. So after we passed that, went to the pier, they held a vigil, people said their thoughts, and then there was still barriers on one side where the group was, and then there was another side with barriers where the other side was, and it was a little bit of a shouting match back and forth. But yeah, that was the event. I'm really sorry I couldn't do the interviews. We'll for sure get them next time. These things do happen, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
I trained you well. I trained you well. I trained you well. I trained you well. You're a really good little monkey. I trained you well. Thank you for doing that. Doing that. Now, you've had months to have a conversation with me. You've had months. And every time I ask, you're asking. If I called you a monkey, would that be racist? You just called me a monkey. You've already called us monkeys. You've already called us monkeys. You've already had the accent we have on show. She just showed that she's a racist, guys. She called me a monkey. If I called her a monkey, what would she call me? That sounds kind of racist. Stop being racist. Yeah, you should. Stop being racist. Stop being racist. You're racist.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Support me on Patreon. Social media links are in the description box below. And thanks for tuning in.
Are you gonna? I'm honestly just trying to talk to people.